Hello, this is the Fix Virus show. Rebooted, reboot the reboot, as I say. And I'd like to discuss, as I previously had a short cybersecurity and AI offense versus defense. So, there's the classic tug of war of who's going to succeed. Is it the offense? Will it succeed through the defense? Or will the defense continue to keep the offense at arm's length? Who is going to be better? So that's the key, I guess. So let's talk a little bit of what. For one, I wanted to just discuss the what the government is trying to do. The CISA, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, has these five implementation points. So you want to use AI responsibly. You want to make sure AI systems are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Use AI to defend our critical infrastructure. And, communicate properly and expand the expertise. So, unfortunately, that doesn't really tell us what is actually going on. So, I did a little research. So, here's the defense. Why use AI for defense? So there's the I wanted to discuss the exponential phenomenon. So if you look at the little grains of rice here and the chessboard, the old there's a king versus a joker that he's trying to entertain the king. And anyway, I don't want to really recount the little fable, but mainly he's saying that why don't you pay me with grains of rice, and but I want you to double every time you go on the chessboard. You double the previous number of rice grains. So here's one. There's two. There's four. There's 8. There's 16. There's 32. 64. 128. 256. 512. Etc. Etc. It goes. So as you can see, the exponential phenomenon is interesting when it becomes into the 16th and 32nd and 64th doubling. Because now we're into the millions and billions of rice grains. So are we at the point where AI can improve what we're doing in such a way where we're going to double and triple or doubling every so many months our capabilities? It's not obvious for that, but the thing is we are having a kind of a arms race or an AI race between the offense and defense. And so that's kind of what I'm talking about. So we do need to keep up just in case the exponential phenomenon will, overwhelm us. If we let the offense do AI for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and we're not doing anything, we're not keeping up. And maybe one day we won't be able to keep up. So that's the problem. So we do need to keep an eye on it, and we need to keep up at least to a certain point with what the um, offense is doing with AI. And of course, I'm showcasing on this board my two books that I've got. This is the regular book, Too Late You're Hacked, and this is the guide to the book. This book. But I'm not here to talk about my books. So, which are on my website, fixvirus.com. You can get to my publisher or buy them from me. Anyway, so the attackers have their own large language model AI software, and that is called here WormGPT. So the defense has, as you know, ChatGPT, but there's also Google Bard, Vertex AI, Microsoft Copilot, and there's a lot more. So what do we have to do to keep up? Or so if the attackers are using AI, how are they using AI? Well, the offensive use of AI, phishing will not have any more spelling errors. Malware can be created faster, and so therefore it'll be harder to detect malware for standard software. There'll be more misinformation, which is, we're really looking forward to that in this next election. And then there is the deepfakes, the video or the audio. There's going to be basically more sophisticated videos and audio that are not you saying those things. It's hackers saying those things and trying to trick your employees into doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. But I mean, one of the main problems is phishing and malware. So what do we have to do? Well, we have to find the attackers in the network. One way to do that is to have software that does threat detection. So it looks for what an attack possibly will look like, and then it will flag it. If it finds the signature of the attack, or depending on what the attack could be, if they're exfiltrating data, that should be suspicious. If they're moving from computer to computer, that could be suspicious. If somebody's running certain types of commands, those are things that are suspicious. So we have to find that the bad information, the bad software. Okay, let's go back and now let's look at a little bit more detail of what AI can help us on the defense. So using machine learning, we can do a better job at analyzing what's going on. Deep learning will help us with automation. Incident response could be automated as well with AI, because you with enough information, you should be able to create a ticket on its own, for example. And of course, using large language models, you'll be able to interact. So you can use your natural language with your computer. You don't have to know programming to be able to create defensive methodologies. And the playbooks, those are just separate, like, processes that we can create multiple processes that the AI will be able to create on its own. And I discussed the threat hunting. The general idea here is that we have to be proactive. Let's stop being reactive. I want to discuss a couple of the companies that are using some AI tools, or creating them, rather. Here's Google's Magica. It's an open source AI powered tool which aids defenders through detecting malware, for example. Amazon SageMaker, it enables developers to build, train, and deploy machine learning models quickly and efficiently. Trend Micro has a platform which it's a Gen AI tool that automates threat investigations and risk assessments. Palo Alto is coming up with some AI tools that they're building them into their products, and they will be out by July. I saw one of their videos. SentinelOne's Singularity platform, it combines multiple aspects, like enterprise visibility, and real-time threat hunting. So purple AI, purple means both offense and defense. So it might be testing your environment at the same time as defending it. And then there's dark trace, which employs self-learning AI technology that spans detection, prevention, response, and remediation across the cloud. And with all these applications and possibilities of defending your environment. So this is just a beginning discussion. I don't want to go on and on. Probably went a little bit too long. But, well, thank you for listening. We'll discuss the AI and we'll get into more cybersecurity with AI in the future. So thank you for showing up here. And let me know what you think of this.